Hi everyone, I have an issue. I'm about to make an avatar deck. And by that I mean I'm only incorporating cards that have Waterbending, Earthbending, Airbending, and Firebending in them. This is a complete repeat of my issue with Ixalan when it came out, where I built a dinosaur commander deck with every dino because those were the only good ones in that set. They just finally added dinosaurs and I said, okay, it's about time I do this right. And I'm gonna do this right now. That's what I mean by right. Not good, not correct, but right now. Here is my avatar commander deck with all the bells and whistles. All right, the sleeves are coming up. It's time for serious business now. Let's get into it. This is gonna be the fastest deck tech of my life because I don't wanna waste your time and I wanna show off some cool cards. So here you guys go. First up is Airbending. I really love Airbending. It's a really cool mechanic. It gets cards off the board. You have to waste spells to recast your cards. And I think that this is a really, really cool ability just because, well, you're not taking anything away. And I think that that feels pretty dang good. At least I tell my play group that, and they think so, right? Right? It's fine, right? Okay, cool, yeah. Next we have Earthbending. Earthbending, I have 10 sources of Earthbending in this deck. I don't know if that counts for the land. I do have Bossing Say in here. So I think that there are other ways, but still, my commander does the dang thing anyway. So 10 sources of Earthbending in this deck. Here are my sources. I have Earthbender Ascension, Badgermole Cub, Haru Hidden Talent, Aang at the Crossroads, Toph Earthbending Master, if I had one, Toph the First Metal Bender, Boomy Unleashed, Toph Hard-Headed Teacher, if I had one, Dai Li Agents, and Avatar Kyoshi Earthbender. It just makes a lot of sense. This doesn't innately do anything immediately when it enters. However, she's beautiful, and I love a queen, so let's go. And she earthbends on combat, so it's fine either way. But yeah, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, if I had one. But one day I will. One day we're gonna be perfectly fine. It's gonna be chill and great, and I'll have those cards for sure. Maybe. If I had one. If I had one, I would know. But I don't. Next, we have Waterbending. Waterbending, really cool. Can utilize all of my creatures, make sure that they're tapped, and benefit in so many cool ways with this. And I like to be able to have something that's cheap to be able to waterbend and draw that card as soon as possible. So I threw in a Ruthless Waterbender because she has Waterbend 2. What matters is that we did Waterbend. So remember to add some cheap bending mechanics so that you can trigger Avatar Aang as many times as you possibly can. Maybe I should add a Thassa's or never mind, I shouldn't be speaking like that. Of course I shouldn't. On top of that, we have Katara Bending Prodigy, if I had one. Which is kind of crazy that I don't, but it's, you know, it's fine. These are the 3 cards that I'm missing, and we won't talk about it unless you want to talk about it in the comments. Then I would love to have an in-depth conversation about that. Or not, like, let's just not. But there are so many really, really cool abilities in Waterbending. You can draw extra cards, you can make your creatures unblockable, you can give your creatures base power and toughness X, where X is the number of creatures and artifacts and lands that you cast. So there's just so much that is in Waterbending that you can really like take advantage of and make sure that you optimize it as well as you can, because you might not have Avatar Aang out on the battlefield for long. At least that's my assumption. We'll see. And if anybody in my play group or anybody that I play with ever sees my Avatar Aang deck, please don't remove my commander. Okay, thanks, bye. Okay, thanks. Nothing's happening over here. I'm just drawing. I don't have a Thassa's Oracle. But no, I don't. However, no. What do you think, Pig? Oh, yeah? Yeah, I couldn't agree more. What? Ah, yes. Don't run Thassa's Oracle. Yeah. And finally, we have Firebending. Firebending is a really cool mechanic, and I have 4 different cards in this deck that, well, firebends. Except for lands. I'll get to that in just a bit. But these are my 4 cards in Firebending. We have Firebender Ascension, Sun Warriors, Firelord Zuko, and Fire Nation Occupation. Fire Nation Occupation is not only fun to say, but also is really, really good. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, create a 2/2 red warrior creature token with Firebending 1. That can be pushed, I think. That's really all that I have for my different bending mechanics. Now let's get into our lands, because this is a 5-color deck. We need all the help that we can get. Now, I am going to keep this rather brief because, well, there's a lot of lands in Commander decks. But since this is a 5-color deck, I wanted to just show you a little bit of what I'm working with. I did break down a dragon deck to make this, a 5-color dragon Tiamat deck, and luckily I had the lands there. As I sift through all of these lands, and as you're watching, I don't have everything I need. I do have a lot of it, but a lot of it is entering tapped. I don't have the lands available to me, so that's okay. That's all right. That's fine. Most importantly, I wanted to show off some of the lands that we're really, really, really excited to pull. One being the World Tree, which makes sure that each of your lands will generate the right type of mana. Bossing Say, which earthbends, which is super cool, along with that super sick foil. Fire Nation Palace, I also got in foil, which I was so lucky to. And this allows your creature to gain Firebending 4 by paying 2. Abandoned Air Temple gives counters to all of your creatures, so not a bending mechanic, but a good buff. Secret Tunnel, don't want to get banned. Don't need that in my life right now. Enough has happened. We are all good. But Secret Tunnel. Generate an unblockable land with Earthbending seems pretty good. Allowing our allies, along with Avatar Aang and maybe, I don't know, someone else, someone very small, maybe Avatar Enthusiast, to swing on in. We'll see. And Command Beacon, just in case our Avatar Aang gets too beat up. See, that wasn't so painful going through those lands. It wasn't terrible, was it? Or was it? You can let me know in the comments. I just want you guys to know that I do care a lot about your time. There's some kind of like really cute thing I could say there, but I'm pretty sure that nobody wants to hear it. Oh yeah, pig? Yeah, I've confirmed it with everyone that you just saw on screen that yes, in fact, it is the best part. Wait, I almost forgot. I wanted to show off these really cool sleeves. These are my favorite sleeves. These are the 2017 Starry Night brush sleeves from Dragon Shield. Now, again, I'm not sponsored by, well, anyone yet, but if you guys know someone or know some people that would want to, hang out and make some cool content, let me know. But until then, I'm going to show you guys my really, really cool sleeves that I love. Ivy, I know you didn't do that. I know you didn't just airbend me out of my own video. Okay. All right. I see who wears the boots around here. The Swiftfoot boots around here. Next, we have our protection spells. These are spells that will make sure that our creatures, and most importantly, Avatar Aang, stay on the battlefield as long as possible. I'm going to start off with one of my favorites, which is now a staple in every single white deck that I run, which is Enter the Avatar State. Enter the Avatar State says, until the end of turn, target creature you control becomes an avatar in addition to its other types. Does that mean that Avatar Aang becomes another avatar? Does that mean that Avatar Aang becomes Avatar Aang? Should I say that while I'm playing him and using this card? But they gain flying, first strike, lifelink, and most importantly, hexproof. So no single targeted removal there. Heroic Intervention, Swiftfoot Boots. Make sure to boot up your Avatar Aang. Flawless Maneuver, and Redirect Lightning. So we've got some protection spells there. Along with that, we have some other fairly important cards, I would say, in any deck. These are cards like Mana Tithe, which is my favorite card in this deck, which of course it would be because that's my favorite card. Crashing Wave, which will then allow you to waterbend and tap and stun your creatures your opponents control. Path to Exile to remove, South Pole Voyager to draw cards, Fist of Flame to give buffs after you draw cards, Crop Rotation for some really cool land interaction, Cut a Deal to draw some cards, Smothering Tithe for our lands, and most importantly, Amulet of Vigor. Now, if you're running a 5-color deck, you might want to think about, you know, slotting this little guy in. But it is expensive, so look for some other cheaper costing cards that can get you there as well. Otherwise, you know, tapped lands are tapped lands. They'll untap during your next turn, so I believe in you and you got this. Okay, guys, we only have 2 more little sections to go through, so let's just get through it and say what we're going to say. Next, I have my artifacts in this deck. These are the artifacts that generate mana for us, but we have Bender's Waterskin from the Avatar: The Last Airbender set. It untaps during each player's untap step, which is great. Decanter of Endless Water will allow you to have a no maximum hand size to support your Reliquary Tower. Soul Ring, of course, you know, the very, very good card in Commander. Commander Sphere, which will allow card draw. Chrome Mox and Mox Amber. I'm really sad because my deck right now, just a little side note, my deck right now is looking like it is a tier 4, like bracket 4 deck, because I have these cards that generate 1 color of mana along with, well, 1 tutor. And it feels bad, man. It feels bad. But whatever. That's just my opinion, and I'm fine. I'll tell everybody it's a bracket 4, but no infinite combos, you'll notice. And lastly, yes, we made it. Oh my gosh, we made it. These are the cards that I have added in here that don't do bending mechanics, but support the deck as a whole. They are the glue that will keep you alive and around to make sure that, well, you survive a blasphemous act, or you're able to get to the mana that you need to, you know, cast those big spells like Avatar Kyoshi. Or maybe you just need some card draw like with Windfall, or possibly everybody's building up a bigger board state than you. These are some of the cards that I'm running that I was just talking about. Defense of the Heart, Hakoda Selfless Commander, beautiful foil here. Sokka Tenacious Tactician will be so useful in your deck because every time you're casting a non-creature spell, you create a 1/1 ally, and all of your other allies you control have menace and prowess. And I think that's pretty cool. The Legend of Yang Chen, this card alone has blown me away with how incredibly special and important it is in any and every single one of the games that I play. So highly recommend you throwing this into your deck. Great Divide Guide, which is, well, let's be so real. He's so necessary. And finally, there is Windfall. Windfall, well, I got a really pretty Windfall. But it's very good to have a new set of cards or use Windfall because maybe your opponent searched for a card that they really need, but they can't cast it right now. Go ahead and cast Windfall in response. I'm sorry, I forgot. There are 3 other cards I need to show you desperately. These are your tutors in your deck. These are the cards you need to draw in that pinch. And those cards that I have for you are, well, you guessed it, Demonic Tutor. This is by far my favorite art I have ever seen in my life. I love this so much. It used to be the dual deck version, but I loved that art so much that I just only got that art. And now I have switched because Kieran Yonner has taken this art to the next level. I love it so much. Oh, got it. Next, we have Tale of Momo. Tale of Momo, look at him. He's looking for Appa. He's so cute. This spell costs 2 less to cast if a creature left the battlefield under your control this turn, which is so sad. Where's Appa? I miss him too, Momo. I do. You can search your library and or graveyard for an ally creature card, reveal it, put it into your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle. And that is just an incredibly good auto-include in an ally bending mechanic deck. And finally, we have the coolest card I think I pulled out of my packs, which was Lifelong Friendship. It is an Eladamri's Call. It's a green and a white Selesnya, instant speed. Search your library for a creature card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. So if someone's going to mill you out and you need a card in a pinch, that's the one. On top of that, look at that art. Like seriously, they are so sweet. We have baby Aang and baby Appa. And look at that face. He's so cute. Oh my gosh. I just cry. Anyways, that's my deck tech right quick. I hope you guys liked it. It is everything and more to me. I love playing this deck with all of my heart. Everybody that I've played it against has enjoyed it. And I hope that your play group also enjoys the same thing. Because ultimately, we play this game because we love it. At least I do. And I hope that you guys find some love in the video that I just made. You can find some really cool deck tech advice, or even just seeing another, I don't know, video about your deck and people that share the same love for it. That's important to me, and I'm very, very grateful to everybody that watched my video and took the time to do that. So thank you. And I hope that one day we can, shuffle up and play together. I think that would be really, really sick. It's my favorite game. Thank you to Wizards of the Coast for allowing me to open this product and be a part of the ambassador team for Magic the Gathering's collaboration with Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm stoked. Like, this is everything to me, and I'm sure that the energy is palpable, and you can understand that. Oh, I forgot. Also, make sure to follow me at YoSkylerSeymour on all of my social media. You can find that link in the description down below. And it'd mean a lot to me if you guys could do that. I'd love to see you comment on some stuff and do all kinds of things, but Magic the Gathering is my favorite content type to make and to talk about. So yeah, okay, that's it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Okay, well, listen, last thing is that, like, my friend had a birthday, and, well, we made cards with their faces on it, and we played with those commanders, and, well, yeah. Anyways, have a good day. I think I'm done here. Yeah, I think we got to pack up.